Hey Clashers, and welcome back to another video. And today we have an insane matchup, which is basically the follow-up match from yesterday from the Euro Cup. And this means we have AS Monster, who won against Tribe Gaming, facing off against Alternate, who won against Hanoi Royals. So two teams which are insanely good. I think that's everything I should say about them. So let's get just started with the first attack. And we have Alternate starting things off with BuMm. And that is a Blizzard Lalo. That's something which he's right now playing in Legends League. And he's trying to outsmart the defender with going into the sweeper just to make sure that most likely this entry is not trapped. A ton of giant bombs in that core. But still, it's totally fine because most likely Dragon was like counting on someone who's coming in from the right side because the right side sweeper was pointing downwards. So really nice and smart mind game right there from BuMm. And, well, he took down already half of the base, or at least the core is been taken down, which means Sweeper, the town hall obviously, and a ton of builder huts as well, which are kind of nice to take down early on. And now we have King and Queen getting sent in from the bottom side. What is the goal? I guess the scatter shot is one of the things he wants to take down. And now we have the first wall break happening. The Royal Champion is funneling the left side to push everything in. And this so far is looking pretty promising. The Hound, though, the Hound is being pretty annoying. But now we have the Royal Champion slowly making her way into the scatter shot. The scatter shot would be super important to take down. There we go with invisibility spell. That should be no problem whatsoever. The poison is on the Queen, and that's something which we see more often nowadays, that the Queen is getting paired up with the Unicorn, even in those hero dive attacks, which is kind of interesting. Now with the Queen ability, he should be able to take down even more defenses. And something which he did now is he turned this base kind of into a ring base, which has no center, which then again is really easy to play Lalo against. So let's see if we can make this. The Lalo so far is looking good. He has one more Hound, which he has not even deployed yet. Now the next Hound is coming in. Now the question is he able to make this? The freeze, he's trying to hit the sweeper, the Inferno Tower, and the scatter, which is not happening. But still, he has the warden ability, which he can use any second now. That's exactly what he's doing. But there it is. There is the tornado, and the tornado trap was exactly there where I was saying it would have rotated the super wizards into the town explosion. And by this, the super wizards would have not gotten too much with that BuMm. But instead, BuMm completely outsmarted his opponent with going into the sweeper in a 50-50 scenario. That was really smart and really nicely done. And this, in the end, should be the 3-star if the time is enough. But I feel like cleanup is everywhere. Yep, the left building should go down as well. The loons are splitting nicely. So this is going to be the first 3-star of this match. The first 3-star for Alternate. And this is looking pretty damn good for the first attacks. Let's see if Monster can answer as they did yesterday against Tribe. Against Tribe, they were so strong in the end, getting overall 14 stars. Let's see if they can do this yet again, and this time against the, well, nearly maxed out bases from Alternate. And there it is, BuMm with the bait. There is the triple skeleton trap. The tornado trap is still rotating. Nothing is hitting the town hall just yet. The builder was frozen up, but the builder now is repairing the town hall. The Yeti Mites are going into the town hall. And the last Yeti Mite is deciding to go into the Wizard Tower, and the Town Hall is staying alive. Oh no, this is a huge bait right in the beginning. BuMm being able to bait Lei Feng, who was so strong yesterday. Yesterday he used that lock launcher, but now he's trying to go for the blimp, and now the Royal Champion is having some huge problems. Royal Champion ability already got used, and now the Royal Champion needs to take the Town Hall down, and whoa, Lassie is... Oh my goodness, Lassie being the MVP to take down the Town Hall. And there's already the first Black Mine, the second Black Mine. This entry is so baited. This entry is so baited from Alternate. Another Black Mine, but so far he's doing an incredible job of triggering those Black Mines. And this is exactly what I'm always saying. If there is someone who's understanding the smash, and there's the next Black Mine. He already triggered, I think, 4 or 5 Black Mines just with his coconut loons. This is insane. This is how you play Smash. This is exactly how you do it. And now we have the Smash kind of being stuck because he's not investing the jump just yet. I mean, at this point, it's already like kind of like he's trying to prevent a huge fail. Like he doesn't want to fall behind that early on against Alternate, but with the Royal Champion not being alive at this point, it is kind of being rough to get through all of this. And Well, the P.E.K.K.A. jumping out over the backhand, he used a really nice rage over there. But the like all of those healers switched to the P.E.K.K.A., so the P.E.K.K.A. are going to stay alive forever. That's kind of nice, but the Queen at the same time is struggling against those max Bitter Huts right there. The single Ferment Tower should be locking onto the Queen really soon. Still, the Unicorn is doing an amazing job of keeping that Queen alive for now. At the bottom side with the opening, the P.E.K.K.A. can leave now the compartment again, which is great. But yeah, so all in all, pretty good percentage for this entry, I would say. Lei Fang is doing a great job, but he's freezing again. He has no more freezes left at this point. But wait, he had a wall break to get the... and another wall break to get the Queen outside again? No. He can't do this. This entry was so baited, but it was so baited, and at the same time, that's exactly what I'm talking about. If you're like offering basically an kind of obvious entry to a pro, and they are able to outsmart you with like that many Coconuts. I mean, at this point, the healers were supposed to be dead based on the base building with like, I think 5 Black Mines on the top left side. But Lei Fang did it so smart that he somehow gets this done. I mean, the Queen is getting the top side. I don't know why it's loading. It's not my internet, but I guess he quit or something. Like he force quit the app. I don't know what exactly happened, but this should be a 3-star no matter what. And that was a 3-star. Wow, that was just insane. He's complete, like, that is what I'm talking about. Like, for example, with like Lalo or like, for example, P.E.K.K.A. Smash. You can outplay your opponent. But for example, Spring Traps, you can't outplay them. There's no outplay option. But on the P.E.K.K.A. Smash, if you keep your healers alive, that is pretty strong. And in addition to that, the Unicorn kept the Queen alive. So that was just some crazy smash right there. Lei Fang being the king of smash. That was incredible. But now we have alternate yet again. And this means it's so far 1 triple to 1 triple. 3 stars each so far. And now we have the Queen getting into the compartment of the Eagle. The King and the Royal Champ are getting sent into the multi-compartment on the left side, which is so far looking pretty good. The King is tanking amazingly, especially those Barbarians are tanking the single Ferment Tower, which is great. Meanwhile, the Queen having a relaxed time, chilling out, facing some Wizard Towers, some Bomb Towers, not the craziest things. Meanwhile, it's go time for the Royal Champion. The Royal Champion is in the core of the base at this point, and the Queen with the jump should be able to reach that soon as well. Wait a second, the Royal Champ. What is the Royal Champ doing? The Royal Champ taking down... What? Please, can I get a Royal Champ like this? Please? I would just get everything. Like, that Royal Champ was insane. Just the King and the Royal Champ taking down a huge part of the base. And this was already crazy entry. I mean, the Queen charge just about to start, kinda. Like, finally now getting into the interesting part of the base. But at the same time, the King and the Royal Champ took down so much of this base. This is just incredible. But at the same time, needs to be careful with that Town Hall poison. Obviously, the Town Hall not being maxed just yet. And we have to say that at this point, there's a huge upgrade, difference within those two teams. Like Alternate, I think they invested their prize money from the last World Championship already kind of nicely. At the same time, Monster, like Nishang Dance, well, they did not invest too much just yet, especially if you take a look at the pets, like you can see the difference. So those bases obviously not maxed. You can see non-maxed Tesla, non-maxed cannons. With the maxed cannon, this Royal Champion would have not stayed alive for so long, but at the same time, this attack is a crazy overkill. Alternate perfectly being able to abuse the fact of them having the advantage. Now the invisibility spell onto the Loon to take down the last air defense. That was nicely done. And now we have to clean up haste spell as well to make sure this is not a time for at the end of the day. This is yet again another 3-star. So let's take a look at Monster, and if they can just keep going. Now we have Vale, and take a look. This is the number 4 base of Alternate. Alternate, ooh, this is looking scary. Those maxed out Town 14 bases, not too easy to attack, but I mean, if there's a team out there which can easily do that, it's Monster, right? So let's take a look. We have Warden Walk for the scatter shot. Right after that, I'm really confident to say he's not going to go into the Town Hall. If there is something which you want to make sure that you're not doing right now, you do not want to put anything into the Town Hall. This thing is scary. This thing is insane, and I love it. I love it that Supercell buffed the Town Hall so much. it is finally not only all about the Inferno beams or whatever, it's all about the poison as well. Having a plan after the Town Hall going down, this is just insane. And one of the strongest things how you can deal with the Town Hall nowadays is blimping that Town Hall just away. That's one of the best things you can do. And let's just take a look at if he can make this. Dragon so far is coming in with the Golem. That's yet again one of those Golem P.E.K.K.A smash attacks, which I think is really interesting to see. I'm not sure if I'm a huge fan of that. I already told you guys that. I'm really not sure, but at the same time, it's working so far really great for Monster. And let's see if they can just keep going with that. We have now the P.E.K.K.A and the Golem getting into the corner. There it is. There is the blimp I was talking about. Now the Warden ability any second. No, he's delaying it for a couple of more seconds. Now the next rage, getting everything inside. And you can see over here something really interesting. And this is something which you can always learn. A lot of skeleton traps right there. I think this base was designed to defend against, I guess, to defend against Inferno Dragons. Not really sure. But this so far is looking pretty good for the attacker. But what I wanted to say, if you're placing your rages for a P.E.K.K.A smash, always remember something, that if you rage your P.E.K.K.A, you get some great damage. That's awesome, right? But at the same time, your P.E.K.K.A can't deal damage if they're dead. So make sure you're hitting those rages onto the healers, because this is making sure that they're healing your P.E.K.K.A non-stop and your P.E.K.K.A just can't die. It's way more important. That's exactly what Dragon did. Really nicely done, making sure his healers are non-stop healing those troops. The Royal Champ at the outside is following up the P.E.K.K.A smash, and this is looking really good. This should be the next 3-star for Monster. And so far, both teams are giving it all. Like, it is crazy. It is a crazy match yet again. We have 6 to 6 stars at the moment after 2 attacks each. So an amazing match in our hands. This should not be a time fail with the Royal Champion still being up. 2 more buildings to go down. 1 more building. And this it is. Yet again, another 3-star. So let's take a look at Alternate. They are the next to attack, and this one is going to be a Queen Charge Lalo. That's something which Alternate did a ton in this tournament, especially over like all of the matches they did. And well, let's take a look at if they can make this happen yet again. This is something which they did like really nicely. Like right now, Lalo is still really strong. Even though the Town Hall is being kind of scary, but Lalo is really, really strong. And the thing what they're doing right now is the heroes being so strong, they're trying to make like mini hero dives basically. But at the same time, playing around the main Queen Charge. So they're doing like a hero dive with the King for funneling, taking out another compartment. Then obviously for the Royal Champion, things like that. Supporting your main Queen Charge kinda and doing a huge hero dive. That's the thing what they're doing. And this is right now just insanely strong. If you can execute a Queen Charge Lalo right now, this is the strongest strategy. Kinda as I predicted with the sneak peeks, that Queen Charge Lalo is going to be the most favorite attack strategy of most of the players. And this so far seems to be true, at least for Alternate. And now he found the Tornado Trap, but the Tornado Trap is alright. Like, the Tornado Trap was designed, I guess, to catch a blimp to the Town Hall from the far side. But now he's taking down the Town Hall. The next raid should keep the Queen alive for now. And now the Lalo starting from the top left side. The entire Tesla farm is there. Now the blimp is making their way into the scatter. He wants to take down the scatter as early as possible. The Royal Champ is in there as well. Now the rage, now the freeze, making sure the scatter is going down. But there is so many red mines. So many red mines. Those loons are not having a great time right there. But the Inferno Dragon is now helping. And now we have the huge loon group getting into the back end. There's obviously a couple of more expos. A ton of more builder huts. But those builder huts are not the greatest to defend any sort of Lalo attack, because most of the time those defenses are getting one shot anyway, so the builder can't do that much against that. The Queen is still alive with her ability, Royal Champ still alive with her ability, and this is the next 3-star. Those pros are making Town Hall 14 look easy, and this is really impressive. So Yo-Yo, yet again, another 3-star, really nicely done, and this means Alternate is climbing up on overall 9 stars in this match. Let's see if Monster can just keep pushing. And this is the number 5 base of Alternate. And like, I feel for most of the pro teams right now, this is how their number 1 base looks like. But at the same time, for Alternate, this is their number 5 base. This is us right here trying to defend the Electro Dragon attack. Let's see if they can somehow make this. The Electro Dragons are getting in from the top right side. We have them chaining off some buildings right there. The queen is going inside though. Now a great freeze. It needs to make sure that those... I guess there's a hound there. The hound should stay inside. But there is the queen with that yak making her way into the compartment. And this means the hound is getting lured out. This is not good. He went from the far side of the town hall at the same time. He's bringing a slammer to the party. This is getting really close right there. The town hall is non-stop beaming those Inferno Dragons. This is, like, this town hall is dealing so much damage. Now he needs to somehow protect the, like, he somehow needs to get the town hall. The town hall needs to go down, but there's a ground skeleton. The queen is in the core of the base. At this point, she's dead. No, now she's dead, but she took down the town. That was the important thing. But at the same time, there is so much left on the back end. The poison is ticking on that Royal Champ. Take a look at that poison. That poison is so scary. It's so cool. It's so cool. That poison is ticking for so much damage. And this means at the end of the day, this is not going to be a 3-star. Monster were so successful yesterday with those Electro Dragons. But today, it seems like they just can't make this work against this base from Alternate. At the end of the day, this is a defense. This is actually pretty low percentage defense for this match. But at the same time, we can see as well the pet levels on the attacker. This is obviously not even close to being a max offense. So really good attempt by Monster. And this is just so much fun seeing the pros like facing off against each other at this like max town level. And now we have another attack. This one, it's Lenaide, and this one is going to be a Queen Charge hybrid. That's interesting. I'm not a huge... I mean, to be honest, in matches, I think Queen Charge Hybrid is still a good choice. I think the biggest problem for Queen Charge Hybrid is Legend League, because it's not as flexible anymore, I feel like. It's really now pet dependent, which means like sometimes you want to have your Lassie on your queen, sometimes you have the owl on your queen. Things like that are really base dependent. So not really sure if it's the best legend army anymore. At the same time, obviously it's still working. I'm talking about like what are the top 3 legend army compositions kinda. And I feel like Queen Charge Hybrid was in the top 3 for sure for Town Hall 13. But for Town Hall 14, I have to say I'm not really sure anymore. I feel like it's still strong, yes, but there are stronger compositions out there, so not really sure. Either way, he now needs to freeze. Wait, okay, he's using that queen ability really damn early. That's interesting. Okay, that's kind of strange. Now the poison, but now there's a lot of damage on that queen. Even that one headhunter on the healers, he's trying to target that with his archers. Now he's raging everything up, because at this point the queen has no second chance. If the queen is dying, the queen is going to stay dead. There's no queen ability to save this. And now yet again the BuMm for the town hall. This is getting so common. You want to take down the town hall. The town hall is being such a scary building. And now we have the hybrid getting into that base from the right side. The queen at this point is having a lot of problems. There is no more rage to protect this. And this means this is going to be the final blow for that queen. Question is, can he somehow make this? He needs to get at least over 86 or something percent to make sure that he's getting a higher percentage attack than AS Monster. And this so far is not looking too promising. Maybe with the king getting warbreaked into the back end scatter to take down the scatter, that would be huge. The unicorn in the core is healing a couple of... No, the unicorn is healing actually still the Royal Champion. I'm sorry, I thought would heal the miners, but still at the same time, there's so much left on the back end with the Tesla farm and everything. But is this Tesla farm on Town 13 level being enough to somehow defend this push with that Royal Champion together? Another freeze. The ground skeleton trap is delaying everything. Now the Royal Champ onto the multi-inferno tower, and there's a triple ground skeleton. Who is putting a triple ground skeleton into a Tesla farm? This is a huge commitment, but at the same time, this is going to save the day for GYY at the end of the day versus Lenaide. Wow, triple skeleton trap, or actually quadra skeleton trap, because there were actually 4 ground skeleton traps in that area. That was crazy. That was a ton of investment, and it paid off 88% at the end of the day for Lenaide, which means it's going to be a small percentage lead for Alternate. Stars are still tied up still. Now we have the next attacker, Moon, coming in. And this one is going to be a Lalo. Okay. This is against Lenaide. This is the number 3 base, but I'm trying to see if there's something non-maxed in this one. Obviously, walls are missing. Yeah, sure, but I feel like defense-wise, max builder huts. Yes, check. Max cannons. I think check. I don't see a non-max cannon right now, at least. And max Tesla, we have to wait for that, obviously. But still, this is a really nice upgraded base. So let's see if Moon can somehow make this work. Moon is a really, really good Lalo attacker. So let's see if he can make this work against this nearly, maybe fully maxed out base, to be honest. The king is facing off against the town. The unicorn is healing up the queen. And now she's getting around that corner, getting into the range of that scatter shot. But he can't reach that scatter just yet. And did he misplace the royal champion? I'm not sure, to be honest. Was this planned? I guess it was not planned. I guess he wanted to take down the scatter. But I'm not sure. Now he's using that royal champion ability, trying to deal some more damage. The unicorn is not having the greatest time of its life. Now luring out the clan castle. He has one baby dragon with him. He can use that baby dragon to take down the clan castle. Whew. I don't know if that was enough value. I really don't know. Using the lightning nicely to take down the headhunters. That's always a great thing. Now a coconut dune and then the slammer, I guess, onto the scatter compartment, like onto the scatter itself. Poison for that baby dragon, like to take down the pups. And now we're starting with a Lalo. Is this enough? Is this enough? Can Moon somehow make this work? That's the big question. So let's take a look. We have the Lalo making their way into the top side of this base. We have the first eagle shots dealing a ton of damage. I feel like especially to the hounds, but still. And now we have the double multi-inferno tower. Those multi-inferno towers are dealing so much damage. It's insane. Warding ability with that rage. The multi-inferno towers need to go down. The scatter is going down. Next rage, he's just keep raging those dunes. But the queen is still shooting. The queen is somehow staying alive. There's another multi-inferno tower. And those loons are dropping like flies. And those flies are not having... Oh my goodness. This was a triple multi-inferno tower setup. I don't think you want to Lalo into that. That was scary. That was a ton of damage on those loons. And this is what a max base looked like. This is not the easiest to Lalo. Obviously, there were a couple of mistakes in there, even though I don't know. Like, let's say he took down the scatter. I'm not sure if that was or if that would have been a huge difference. Because I feel like the scatter was taken down anyways by the slammer. So the scatter had no big impact. And he took down the right side for pathing with the royal champion. So maybe it was planned like this, but at the same time, not many buildings are left standing. But this is an 88, 89. Is he making 90? Can he get one more? No. This is going to be a 90% 2-star for Moon. Yes, for Moon. This being said, if us triples this one, it's going to be a win for alternate. So let's see. And he's choosing the Inferno Dragons. That's interesting. With normal wall breakers, I have not seen normal wall breakers in forever, in ages. Like, I didn't even know normal wall breakers could be used in a match. Okay, let's see what Ash can do with those. We have the town hall dive. Yet again, I'm always saying you somehow need to take down that town hall. That town hall is being so scary nowadays with that poison. And we have the queen now stepping into that as well. Take a look at the damage just on that queen. I mean, it's the max queen right there, but she's getting so much damage on her. Now the slammer in there with those Inferno Dragons. This opening-wise is looking pretty promising with the Electric Dragon chaining on those outside buildings, getting great pathing for the Inferno Dragons. The Town Hall side is been taken down, and now we have the Unicorn switching on the Inferno Dragon. That is OP. That is OP right there. The Unicorn healing up the body, the Inferno Dragon body. That is so cool. And now we have the Inferno Dragons making it into the backhand. You see as the Royal Champion at the bottom side, dealing with those defenses. And this is the #1 base of Monster. If you can take that down, that would be huge. And obviously the win in this matchup. And now we have the Royal Champion ability. And yeah, this is looking crushed. This is looking totally crushed. Inferno Dragons are still insanely strong. And us is showcasing that perfectly. What an attack. What an attack to finish off this match. But at the same time, we have one more attack to go from Monster. And we have the one base left, which I think is fully maxed out. Yo-Yo so far farmed like a machine. And that was, I mean, let's just take a look at that as the last buildings are going down. Let's take a look at the last base standing in this match. and whoever has to attack this. And we have, yep, there it is, Yo-Yo's base. That's looking scary. This is, I'm not even sure if there are some walls missing, but this is looking scary against the completely maxed out base. Let's see if Monster can do this. And this is going to be a Queen Charge Lalo, what it looks like. The King at the bottom side to funnel. It's kind of the same setup as Alternate, just using the King at the flank, making sure the pathing works and everything. And so far, he's doing a nice job of funneling everything inside. The King should go inside with those sneaky goblins funneling the outside gold storage. And the Queen now is having a lot of damage on her with those two ground X-bows. But I mean, on a Queen Charge Lalo, you have a ton of rages for your Queen, so that's totally fine. Now the Headhunter, really nicely timed for this enemy Royal Champion. Wait a second, and now a Lock Launcher. What is this crazy man doing? Oh, wow. Now the Lock Launcher is getting sent in as well, and the Lock Launcher is supposed to get the Queen into the Town Hall. That is a really far way for this Lock Launcher to travel. And okay, that's going to be interesting. Expo is even going down with those locks, and this means the Town Hall is going to be activated as well, but he can reach that Town Hall with that Queen, and this is looking so far pretty good. I mean, the Town Hall is being kind of back end, but at the same time, this can be a risky attack because, I mean, they kind of lost anyway, so this is kind of for the style points at this point. Eagle is getting activated, but at the same time, Royal Champion is getting sent in there, and this is a great Queen Charge so far. What a Queen Charge. This is just insane. This is versus a fully maxed out Town of 14, and he's making things look easy with this Lalo coming from the top side. Freeze onto that scatter shot, and now the haste into the scatter. The Queen is finally dealing with all of those buildings, so she can somehow get into the back and get into the Town Hall. She needs to take that down as soon as possible. I mean, he has a couple of freezes left. He needs to make sure that Lalo is not too quick, because otherwise those Town Hall beams can be really a big problem. But looks like the Queen would dodge that Town Hall. Oh no, now the haste. Another freeze for the Town Hall. And this should be alright. Or should it? Is it alright? 40 seconds left. The Queen has her ability left, but no healers. And back in a couple of more loons. Can those loons somehow leave that poison in time? The poison is ticking, but this should be alright. And this means only this one Bitter Hut is alive at this point. Somehow, this was just an incredible charge. That was a beauty in its own. Queen Charge, Lock Launcher against the fully maxed out base from Yo-Yo. You have to say, that one was amazing. But this means, at the end of the day, this is going to be a 14-13 for Alternate, and they're going to move into the next round of the tournament. AS Monster is going to drop out. Still an amazing match. GG's to both clans. Thank you so much for watching for you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Until then, see ya, and bye-bye.